What's the word, YouTube fam? Welcome back to the channel. It's your host, Jay Wade, and you are now tuning into Wait a Minute TV. Today, I'm continuing my breakdown of the Black Mirror series. I'm going to give you all my initial thoughts and reaction to episode 5 entitled Eulogy, along with what I believe the ending meant. As I've stated in my previous videos, I'm not breaking these episodes down in the order that they were released, but in the order of my most favorite to least favorite episodes. This episode was my 5th favorite from season 7. Before I continue, please keep in mind that this is a spoiler-filled review. So if you haven't watched the episode already, please pause this video, go watch it, and then return. With that being said, let's get right into it. Black Mirror season 7 episode 5 entitled Eulogy follows the story of Philip, a solitary man who, upon learning of the death of his ex-girlfriend Carol, is contacted by a company named EULOGY. EULOGY offers a service that allows individuals to relive and contribute memories of the deceased, aiming to create immersive memorials for their families. Reluctantly, Philip agrees to participate, using a device called the Nuban to step into photographs from his past with Carol. As Philip revisits these photos, he discovers that he has intentionally obscured Carol's face in each one, either by scribbling over it, burning it with a cigarette, or tearing it out entirely. Reflecting on his deep-seated resentment and unresolved feelings from their past relationship. Despite this, the guide, a digital avatar of Carol's daughter Kelly Royce, assists him in navigating these memories. Throughout this process, Philip uncovers painful truths. Carol had a daughter as a result of a one-night stand during their separation, and the relationship ended due to his infidelity and her subsequent departure without explanation. The pivotal moment occurs when Philip recalls a disposable camera he used during a trip to London, where he had intended to propose to Carol. Upon developing the film, he finds a letter from Carol that he had never read. The letter reveals Carol's pregnancy and her desire to reconcile, but Philip's failure to meet her led to their final separation. This revelation brings him to tears, and he listens to a recording of Carol playing the cello, finally able to remember her face. The episode concludes with Philip attending Carol's funeral in London, where her daughter performs a cello piece symbolizing closure and the enduring impact of their relationship. My initial thoughts when watching this episode was that it was very emotional and intense. It provoked thoughts and emotions that I was not expecting from Black Mirror. The themes of resentment, regret, and perspective were addressed heavily throughout this entire episode. I believe that Philip resented Carol all of these years because he wasn't fully aware of her perspective. In his head, this entire time, she was the villain. Philip uncovering the layers of their past throughout this episode forced him to confront the complexities and nuances of their relationship, which highlighted his unresolved emotions towards Carol when revisiting their former life together. As Philip uncovered the truth about Carol's actions and their implications, the revelation that he missed a crucial letter from Carol, which she had left for him during a trip to London, became a pivotal moment within this story. This unopened letter contained Carol's admission of infidelity and her pregnancy, information that Philip never received due to his own emotional turmoil. This discovery of new information became a source of profound regret for Philip, illustrating how the absence of communication can lead to irreversible consequences. The fact that Philip cheated on Carol and then got mad because he thought she played him when they met up in London was crazy work. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying at all that Carol was justified in cheating on Philip, because she absolutely wasn't. The real point I'm trying to make is that Philip wasn't innocent in all of this. In the beginning, he definitely tried to paint himself as like this innocent hero. This episode illustrated perfectly how different perspectives can change our outlook on relationships, whether that be with friends, family, romantic, or otherwise. I'm sure that all of us at some point in time thought that we were right when it came to a dispute or a discrepancy with somebody who we felt that we loved. And us feeling like we were right during that discrepancy ended up ruining our relationship with that person. The real question is, had Philip known this information earlier, would he have actually stayed, or would he have just flipped out even more? I honest to God think that he would have flipped out even more because his temperament at the time just wasn't where it was supposed to be. I would even go as far as to say that he's the real villain in all of this. Sometimes us as human beings, we look at the problems that we have in our life as external, when the truth is they're really internal. Although this episode was low on my list for favorites of the season, I thought that it was absolutely beautiful. Paul Giamatti did an excellent job when it came to portraying the raw emotion of the main character. And I also love how the writers incorporated the technology into the story. I felt that the ending was very bittersweet. It gave me a good feeling and a sad feeling simultaneously, which I believe was the writer's goal. I'm glad that they ended it with Philip being able to remember Carol in a good light, although he spent years of his life resenting her. I noticed that every episode that I watched this season was able to invoke a different emotion out of me, and I like how this episode was able to give me an entirely different feeling than the rest of the episodes. You all let me know down in the comments what your thoughts on this episode were and what you thought the ending meant. Please hit that thumbs up button, share and subscribe, and until next time, YouTube fam, I'm out.